Hey,
Tergrid.
hey, hey, welcome to the attic. I'm Manadad, walking on the treadmill. Tergrid. This is Tergrid, if you're British. Um, yeah, this was really good for me when I played it before.
Yeah,
Fine
both
first
sides
picking
are
it.
good. It gets better with the discard, right? I mean, so
Sacrifice, yeah, or discard, I guess.
yeah,
The lantern side actually was ending up being the better one.
yeah, but we've also had the lantern. I've had the lantern played against me and just ran right through it, like just
Right, well,
discarding a
yeah, he
card or taking 3 life.
has to come down. Ooh, Bella. Thought coming. We could do some kind of like blue.
I think the Shimmer Veil Drift is pretty high early on. I don't know. It's hard to say.
So funny. I was like trying to convince you to take Shimmer Drift Veils early on before in the format. Now
Well,
I'm
now that
further down on it. You're higher up on it.
I'm higher on
Well,
Snow,
we're
and
not
then
going
I'm
to
also
send a
higher on
strong snow
playing three
signal
colors.
necessarily because we're going to leave these 3 snow cards in the pack. So in terms of
Right.
taking it just to send a signal, I think it doesn't work. Right now we're black.
Well, you're
I think there's
taking
good
it
blue
because
stuff here.
yeah. Well, you're taking it because it gives you it's keeps you open and it fixes, and it also plays for Snow down the line, and Snow's more better to pick in the first pack
There's
than
another
any other
strong
pack.
black removal.
Yeah, that's real strong. I'm surprised that's kind of your third
Behold
pick.
the
That's a pretty good.
multiverse, bind the
I think that's
monster.
a interesting signal because if your person to the right was playing black, they would have taken that card or wanting to play black or taken a black card first.
Yeah, yeah.
They might be cutting black.
No, it's still in the pack here. Got the blue-black Saga. Bergstrider's good. Bind the Monster. Grimdrauger, obviously. I've not played this Trickster God heist yet.
I don't know how good it is. To be honest with you, I don't know how you really pull it off great, but I did have someone exchange a crappy creature for a good one of mine, so that sucked.
I think it's a decent control card. Got a way
So
down.
return upon the tide. You don't ever really.
Obviously,
It's
somebody
green
played
black.
this against me in an elf deck.
Green black.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
play
you
it
went in the
you can play it black blue because there's changelings in blue also.
right. Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I don't.
is it
I
better
mean,
than way down? I guess we're not looking to play a lot of creatures yet.
well, you don't. You have Tergrid.
We could spec
I mean, you have.
into
Yeah.
Sultai here with like a Broken Wings or the Struggle for
If it's
Scamfar.
me, I take like the replicating ring or the way down here. Just
That's
'cause
true.
I'm
Replicating
on
Ring.
this like trying to stay. If I can get to 3 colors, I feel like this
Okay, well here's
wouldn't
a
be
Shimmer
it.
Drift Veil pretty late.
Yeah, that's way too late for that card.
I think that's a
What's
sign.
here for you? You have to see that you have
Snow
red
might
and
be.
white being passed a little bit. So take the veil. It's easy. Pick. Skull Raid?
Frost or
Skull Raid.
Skull Red.
I think it's Skull Raid, right?
Oh
This
yeah,
is
that works
combos with
nicely with
Tergrid a little
Tergrid,
better.
yeah.
It's just a good card. There's the snow. There's the Drugger. You get a snow. Actually, if you get a Narfi
Well the
or
snow
whatever.
lands are gone now. Somebody moved into
Well,
snow.
this is your pick 8, so you're gonna get your next. This
See.
isn't your original pack, or is this your first?
No. Here's pick 9. So here's the original pack. Shimmer Drift
So your
Veil
Hellstorm
and
back rate.
the white snowland is gone.
You have
The
the Hellstorm
Valkyrie.
out. Yeah.
Guess we can fight somebody for snow in the next pack. There's a good chance
Well,
they're not the like right next to us.
there's a plains, snow plains.
Yeah.
Is that not a signal? I know that's
I
the
would
worst
take
snow
I
land,
would
but
take Disdainful Stroke over it.
I think you take the snow plains here and hear me out. Blue, black, white is a color theme pair together with that
Yeah,
can
Esper
work
control is
out.
good.
So the snow plains is giving you this upside with your Valkyrie and the others, the Draugr, everything else. You
Oh,
take
I
the
think
snow
there's a strong
plains.
chance I don't play. I don't think
You
there's
don't play
almost no chance
Disdainful
I
Stroke.
don't
It's
play.
right. It's not really. It's not that good of a card anyway. It doesn't make your deck. There's your island.
No island I can take. On a shore I haven't played, but
Is that better than
if
the
we got enough
foretell
ramp,
that once did? Right. I think you're. I mean,
I don't know.
this
Yeah, maybe I
this
should have
feels strong.
I should have protected
I mean,
white.
this is a strong blue-black start with quite a few. With
I don't think we're
3
married
snow
to blue
sources.
either. Like,
Ooh,
so the ramp
boy.
thing or the Careful Harbinger is pretty decent. Getting out like these Rana Shores and
Yeah, it's
Full
kind of good on
Raid
the
and
control
stuff.
deck. It blocks early on. Take the Ox.
Ducks. Moo. They put a sound effect on it. Hey, Mist of Lichara. That's pretty nice to get that.
So Blessing of Frost.
This one's not the best snow sorcery.
No, it's not.
Even if you have a lot of snow, it's good. Let's take a Bind the Monster. We could take Snow Covered Forest.
Wait.
That's
I
I would
don't know.
much.
I just like don't even want to play Bind the Monsters in any deck. I feel like now that I've played the format for a little bit. I'd probably take the Binding of the Frost over the Snow Forest.
Which one?
Am I wrong?
Blessing
the
of
Binding of the
Frost?
Frost over? Yeah. Yeah. Because then whoever Snow picks that up a couple cards in and then just mints themselves for Snow. Like they don't you know like well no, it's not that good. What's the second ability?
Draw
Card for
cards
each
for
board.
creature power 4
Yeah,
greater. We're
that's
not heavy
okay. I mean,
creature.
it's a rare. It's a rare. I mean,
No, I didn't click it in time.
Yeah. So why is that good for you? Why would you go select the rare win? I don't think that's a good card.
With the Pilfering Hawk.
You're not even playing white.
Pilfering Hawk's going to be good if we get there with snow.
I think you take the Snow Forest over it. You still are cutting snow now. You're still cutting Snow Forest, dude. If you took
We don't have any of the green yet. We got one Snow Covered Forest.
Trust, you're gonna get it.
Okay.
You're gonna get it.
Going hard snow this pack here. Maybe not on Snow Covered Plain. Maybe.
So you don't have to go hard on some planes.
There's Skull Raid is better for our deck though.
Yeah,
We're definitely playing
Lichara is cool too. In some ways, Lichara is an okay card.
This Glade Warden, yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
Rune of Mortality I like too. I like Elder Fang Disciple.
I like that rune. You could spec on that rune because you're 3 colors.
You take the Disciple, man.
I think you spec on the rune actually.
No, I think it's between.
You have
these
one
two.
Skull Raid.
I already
I
have
think
a
you
Skull
spec
Raid.
on the rune. I think you spec on the rune that you might get some. You might get the.
We don't have a lot of creatures. We're not playing a heavy creature deck. We're playing control.
Sure.
I'm not gonna listen to you. Another Grim Draugr. I can take a Pilfering Hawk. Like Augury Raven. Jarl's good. All good stuff here for us.
I think you take the Pilfering Hawk.
Now you want to take the Pilfering Hawk.
Well, I'm not saying the Pilfering Hawk. You have enough snow that the Pilfering Hawk's good enough, and then I think for the deck
I got 2 on-color snows and 2 off-color snows right now. And the snow has already been cut here. Pick 4. Fighting us for the snow.
Well,
strategic planning. Got Coma's Faithful. Got the Recluse.
Hear me out. So if you get some graveyard recursion and some discard stuff, that Kraken isn't unplayable in multiple different ways. He's just not great because he's not evasive. Is his downside.
I found him really not good when I played him before.
Well, he's the best card in your deck the last time you played him. It's just like you had no other finisher.
Right, well, take a rare.
He like tapped down their board. He like edict their board out. You were attacking and returning them to your hand.
This Mistwalker is pretty good for control.
Yeah, that's pretty good for your control.
Okay, good. Tergrid Shadow.
Yeah.
We wouldn't mind taking that Wither Crown too, I think, for this control deck, but
for the sack off, yeah. That's strong.
Black is looking fairly open. This or the Kennel
Harold,
Master.
I think Do you think Harold's gonna grab anything for you? Because if you thought
Well, we have how many
no,
shapeshifters?
you would want to
We have
grab
one
it.
shapeshifter so far. I think just the priest. I think I'm building a control deck
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Maybe a mistake, but there it is. Wonder if you run a null in the sideboard.
No, you run the Brian Barrow and oh wait, yeah. I mean, I guess you're playing sideboard. I think the intruder's probably a little bit stronger over that card. Or
Man, I could have
there's
two
your
return upon the
return.
tides. Could start building around that. Or did I
Yeah,
not take that
like that's
before?
the Kraken. You could if you have something that can discard the Kraken like that.
Didn't I take one before? Am I crazy?
No, I don't think you did.
Yes, I did.
I don't think
Opted
anybody
not
wants
to
it.
take it. Nah.
We looked at it early in pack 1.
Rune came back.
There's your rune.
Take it now.
I like Broken Wings too.
Guess white's open. Not rare.
Strategic planning is what you want. Strategic planning, strategic planning, strategic planning.
Yeah, you're right. With return upon
It
the
allows you to
tide.
discard the Kraken. Yeah.
Good pursuit. Hope not to play that.
I had that played against
pack
me
3 picks.
in a control deck. That was really good.
There's also Avalanche Collar. Ooh.
Did you get there with enough snow to get Avalanche Caller? Because if you did, he's better than Tergrid, probably.
Yeah. Collar. I mean, there's a lot of snow in the deck. 3 Death
You
Touch.
think so? Because you were just kind of minimizing the snow prior to the Avalanche Caller showing up.
Well, no, we got cut off on snow. I think it's worth taking and just seeing if no player feels like they're protected now. Fortunately, keep getting these like snow, off-color snows.
What does that Arcanist do for you? It's a frost fire ability.
You get an instant or sorcery with the same name as a card in your graveyard. So it's like a 2/5 really maybe draws you
a
card every once in a while. If you got it early on, like late in pack 1, I think you could kind of start to draft towards it, but look at this Great Hall of Starnheim.
Yeah, I think the Starnheim land is actually like ability's good.
Snow-covered island. Another return upon the tide.
Take your island.
Okay, now the snow's gone again. Skull Raid.
It's your third Skull Raid. Strategic planning, do you think that that's going to work for your deck? Because, I mean, that might wheel, but because that will allow you to put cards into the graveyard that
I
you
think
can
I need something
like,
early in the curve to just hold down, like bind the monster maybe. Part the realm maybe. Raven's Warning.
Well, that's actually kind of good.
Get a snow plane. Frogger.
No. I think you take the wings, actually. That sounds
No,
crazy.
you like these wings. I hate the wings.
Well, it goes on that Kraken so well. It goes on your Kraken so well, and it holds that rune that you have.
Sivlichara.
What did you take there?
Took the snow-covered mountain. Off-color snow. Ooh, okay. On-color snow. Big of the Watcher is interesting.
Oh. Priest would be nice, but you just take that on-color.
I don't think I guess we don't wheel from this pack. Get hooked up on that pack, but obviously whoever's in snow didn't want the islands. Kraken's getting better though now.
Yeah. It would be a lot better if you had that wings.
Like some crappy creatures to trade with the Trickster God.
your island. Dang.
No, I don't have a ton of experience building good control decks. I have as much a conception in my mind as I do with like an aggro deck of what like when it's coming together.
Like
when
you
it's
have
good.
to have a finisher is like a big part of it. How you finish the game.
Draugr Thought Thief works in these kind of Starnheim. Hard to do with the double white. Problem is the double white.
Well, it's double black. It's double black, one white. SP
Take the Yeti. Yeti can be a finisher.
Strategic planning. Strategic planning.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna run. I don't know that I'm gonna run those.
I think you want to. Maybe
Got my crappy creatures at the end.
Recursion. I guess you don't have any graveyard.
I don't have a. Good. The only good thing I have to bring back is this Kraken, I think.
Yeah, then you can cut the strategic plannings. Because you can do that with the Pilfering Hawk as well if you wanted to, like, you had the combo.
You get the
in your
3/1 lifelink that fills the graveyard.
Right. You also didn't get like Narfi or the, the big snow payoff for having in your graveyard. It's just like that's what this deck needed, really.
One shapeshifter,
right.
One elf. A lot of zombies. Or wizards. God. I could have taken that land that makes things. Alright, so am I harming myself too much by playing these off-color snow?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I got 5 snow-covered islands. I didn't get anything really worth splashing in these other colors, did I? The Ox?
No, you didn't go after anything. No, it's not worth splashing.
Yes.
I think you can just like.
Wish they said how many snow. I wish they had like a count.
Well, you can probably figure it out. Like if you use that arrow and go down, you can like type in things and arrange the deck. So hit that arrow.
What arrow? This arrow?
The arrow in the middle of the screen. And then hit that search thing up at the top or whatever. And then...
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see the snow. That's a good tip. So the Valkyrie makes it worth running a lot of snow, and the Avalanche Collar makes it worth running. Icebreaker Kraken makes it worth running a lot of snow. The Priest.
Yeah,
Pilfering Hawk and Draugr wouldn't need too much.
You're snow control here. That's what you are.
I'm snow control.
So what's not good in this deck? There's Mist of Witjaras, there's Strategic Planning.
The Mist of Witjaras I think are actually okay.
Okay. The Strategic Planning.
The Flash, you hold them up. The Strategic Planning
is not going to be
easy
recurring stuff out of the graveyard.
What did I just cut there? The rune. I don't think the rune works very well for us. Just we don't have a ton of creatures.
No, you didn't. You need
creatures.
You need equipment to put the runes on.
I mean, it's not bad to pop it on a Dusk Wielder or a Brine Barrow, I guess. And you're just holding down the ground.
Nah, I mean it's not that good.
Pilfering Hawk, wear it.
It's good on that red creature that boasts and deals the damage to any target. Have you seen it on him? Put that rune on him. He has Death Setch. Starts shooting everything down. I mean, like, I don't think that's like terrible for your deck because you really like. I mean, you can like trade the Brine Barrow or
the Harbingers, maybe. For the hawk.
You could in theory like call out a snow land with the avalanche caller, attack in with it, but it hit
Trade
them for
it.
4 damage, and then swap it as a creature,
That's true.
and then they just have like a tap land. You also can do non-basic on the second one. So what's the second one? Would you do with it? That's kind of where it's like, is
And
this card
maybe I
good or
trim
not?
out 2
So
of
I
these
guess
snow lands and place them with on color stuff. For
you need a little more black mana. So I
Definitely need
think
more
that's your
black.
issue.
That gives us what? 7 blue, 7 black, plus a 8 with the Shimmerdrift Veil. Seems pretty good. That seems a lot better. And I think that's still plenty of snow lands to start hitting hard with the color.
Yeah,
The Kraken gets worse. Maybe we just cut the Kraken.
Boy, the Edict effect is just good, man. I mean, like the knock on him would be his inability to get evasive, but you don't have a finisher for your control deck, so it's like kind of really
Avalanche
silliness.
Caller
Like
finishes. Hailstorm Valkyrie finishes.
okay,
The Tergrid, the artifact side finishes.
yeah, but then he just is like he just curve tops and
Stealing
he
their
comes in. He's
finisher
always
finishes.
he's not that mana cost for this deck. He's like a 6 or 7 mana creature. So if you think that on average you're gonna play him around 7, if you think that an 8/8 that taps down the opponent's board that you can then bounce back to your hand and recast, especially if the ring for some reason ran off, if you were land ramped, I think that ability is worth it.
One less for each
It's not
snow land you control.
right.
It doesn't benefit from the ring.
The ring can pop off and give you access to a ton of land, though. That's my point.
A ton of
It's
mana,
kind of
you
a
mean?
ramp
Yeah.
card. Yeah.
It gives me mana to cast it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, but
you
then
have 5 snow-covered islands, so you have a total of 8 snow lands.
I just think
I mean,
it's
on
one
an
of
average game,
just one of the weakest things in here.
You're at least taking them down by 3 or 4, right? When you
Frostpeak
cast them,
Yeti
usually.
can also finish, actually. Maybe it is
so
like
maybe he's
one
more
Mist of
expensive.
Littjara,
Maybe you're right.
Maybe it's a Bind the Monster.
I mean, those are cards I haven't really played at all because I just feel their power level is weaker than what the set has to offer, and so they haven't been making my decks. Like I don't usually.
I keep getting wrecked by them because these control decks have like 3 of them.
Well,
when I was playing aggro, it was just shutting me down. You know.
So when you lose to a guy that plays 4 Mist of Littjaras on you, doesn't mean it's a good card. It means the exact opposite, really. He played 3 or 4 of them in that game. It's like nobody wants them. Like shutting down a creature so it can still block and do all its abilities is like it's.
It just depends on the creature. It's going to shut down some percentage of creatures. I cut one of them. I'll leave one in and we'll see how it performs for me.
You can sideboard against Oppo.
Exactly.
Alright, I'm gonna go see babies.
Shuffler, man.
Oh, you did get a solid coming. That feels.
Yeah, I picked that up early, remember?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the Pilfering Hawk to stop that. Or I could just bind it down now.
I mean, it only deals 1 damage to you if you bind it now. If you don't want to, but the Pilfering
I'm going to
Hawk
play control because I need to. I probably need to just take some damage early on to get my hand back filled up with cards.
Right.
Because I got a lot of land in hand here. And they didn't play anything. Mist of Littjara also will shut it down.
Can hold up solid coming.
Yeah, just hold up. Mono white aggro, what are we up against here? It took off turn 2 and didn't do a thing. They didn't even foretell.
That white guy can be
They might have gotten a bad color screw draw here. Valor of the Worthy, okay. Lux.
Alright, you can put the bind on it. Or you can saw, or you can
I
miss
think
it.
I saw it coming. I can mid
Yeah.
the jar at instant speed.
Oh, I thought you might loot with your hawk. Usually better than a damage.
Clarion Spirit. That's one I think I would.
So he's stuck on mana here. This feels really good. I might just like axe his hand. Maybe
The
not.
skull.
I mean, you know he's got cards in his hand. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, you could suspend it because he's not going to cast out his hand and then miss to a jar the 2/3. That's the other option.
that's what I was thinking of doing.
Then he can think that you're holding out a saw it coming. But I think he's black white double spell because those are usually those two cards kind
Yeah,
of fit
the
that deck
Clarion
theme.
Spirit. They're gonna have a lot of small drops, I
And
think.
the raptor.
Rune of Sustenance,
Right.
perfect. Yeah.
Right.
Load that up.
Got his land. So he's got his swamp.
Oh wait, actually, back.
Yeah, so.
Now you tap down.
You could just play your Valkyrie here, right?
Do I loot first? I think I loot first, maybe. Loot away island.
Sure.
What am I looking for? Yeah, I guess getting the Valkyrie down is okay. It also, I guess we want to wait in Skull Raid after they've dumped their hand next turn.
Oh, you're hoping that they haven't dumped their hand. Oh, I thought you were going to loot away an island. That felt like a better play. You can put your land down, so you need at least 5 lands on board here.
Pump this once right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can attack through the raptor. Okay. The 1/5 now. They're just going for it. 2/6, no blocks. Now they're down to 3 cards in hand. I could just bind it down.
Yeah, you just bind. He's like all in on that raptor, basically. He's going to build it up, I guess. It's like got all those runes and stuff on it now. You just all rate him and bind his monster. Like, you're going to allow him to. Well, maybe. Do you want.
This holds
I guess
down
you
the
could
ground.
wait another turn on the skull rate. I don't think he'll be able.
I think I'll wait another turn and I can get more cards in my hand. Question is, do I want to pump here?
Well, I think so, yeah. But the
Harbinger and
find him.
Find him, yeah, because they're gonna lifelink on that. So
yeah, that's like he's not his race.
they don't even, they need black to even activate that. They're playing 3 color.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing 3 color.
They're like Abzan go wide double spell kind of looks like. Wow, champion. Okay.
You skull right out that hand.
Yeah. So they got Bound in Gold and Finn the Fang Bearer, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, fly this guy in.
They can attack in and tap the Yeti if they want. Facing 5 damage in the air. Oh, they drew a land and they let us know. That's nice. They're running this pathway.
They're 5 color runes is what they are.
Could be.
Yeah. You gonna attack
What all is
down
on this
your
guy?
Frostbeak? Looks your crack back pretty easy.
Arachnoform. Can they put a rune on it somewhere too? I see that.
Just block him. You can block him totally. Why is he attacking? Block him. He has no cards in him. Crazy.
I send a message, I guess. I
So
could
you
actually
can make
make the
your Frostbeak
Yeti
unblockable, right? You should have probably started to hold these lands back to loot, though, if you start to think about it.
Yeah.
Even.
Oh, shit.
Game.
They're pretty aggro. Game. Gonna make me do it?
Make the Frostbeak unblockable.
You have no cards. No, I know. Okay, so I think Mists of Lijar is actually decent against their deck here.
Yeah, they're
a
pretty
null
aggro.
actually hits like all their enchantments.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's pretty good. I think you can.
It's okay. Triggered Shadow, not as good.
I don't think the Saintful Stroke's good. You can cut that because you didn't seem to be playing any big. So
Yeah,
that's
true.
a good, easy
That's an
take
easy
out.
cut. Replicating Ring just going to be
the
too
Draugr
slow.
thought Thief didn't seem like it was going to be good to block his stuff down.
I mean, it'll trade with those 2/3s.
Huh?
Obviously.
I guess you want cards, you want bodies to hang with them. That you could cut the Replicating Ring if you're not going
I don't
up
think
the
maybe
Yeti,
Trickster
I
God's
think.
Heist actually is the better cut, right? Because what are we're
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
trade
you're not-
for some
well,
crappy
you could-
creature. I guess if they load
Well,
something
what if
up
he's
and we can't remove
suited
it,
up?
yeah,
Right. You could trade a creature for his souped up creature, which seems to be he's going big on you. It actually seems like that's pretty good.
okay.
The Replicating Ring, you're not ramping to anything now. But it helps
It helps with those snow finishers.
you fix a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of like, but I think the Draugr Thought Thief kind of just forces is unlikely to give you a good trade unless you were like, have a combat trip with the Brian Barrow. Just it's a more of an aggressive blue card where your deck's not as aggressive.
Okay.
You're running 41.
Oh, was I? Did I
Yeah.
need to make one more cut?
You did. Yeah, that feels good.
Keep this.
You can make a
black.
swamp. Yeah. Let us know. I'm gonna check on Reagan here. I'll keep back in a second.
The Raptor. Always got the Raptor. If they make a bunch of tokens, that's not. that out. Up on black here. He should got one island for one swamp. We have locked down the air now. Right.
That's the downside to your so the downside to your enchantment is like your those sack cards become worse as you like are enchanting down all your creatures.
I mean,
like,
if I had had double black and could have gotten down Tergrid and started like knocking cards out of their hand and stuff. Anyways, almost pulled off that part of our plan. Do you think maybe we want to go down? We have a lot
island
of
up.
blue. Yeah, we have way more blue than
A
black.
lot of blue.
Double black is pretty key for us.
Yeah.
Poison the cup and stuff. Or I could cut a snow cover first.
Wait, so now you have more swamps than islands by 2?
$17 lands. 8 swamps, 7 islands. Shimmer Drift. Guess I can keep this. One of the wrong, very late plays.
Yeah, but you can kind of get on him with the counterspell plan, and then like when you can just kind of like wait to the Tergrid shadow and just kind of hopefully you can get him out of 2.
I'm not going to play an enchantment first turn here though.
Just got so many bad creatures. The sack card feels so bad.
Oh, they might play an enchantment here where I regret that.
They're suiting up this.
Thought coming and a null.
Yeah.
Or I could Tergrid Shadow Foretell and hold up a null. They might drop a creature. We'll see. Might have sideboard this in, seeing that we had problem with flyers.
Let it go. He's just testing your counterspell. He knows you got it.
Wait another turn to drop the Yeti.
Yeah, he waited on the Yeti for
I guess I can
sure. Because
foretell.
you have no good play on that shadow. Unless you're able to keep out his creatures, so you're just gonna have to be forced to eat the shadow on those 2/1/2s, unfortunately. Probably knows that.
Foretelling. The rune on cast too, so like, watch him.
Yeah, you can saw it coming on that. He's gonna.
Time walk you, sure.
No, he knows. He knows about it.
Once again, see, you don't have the double black.
So I think you could cast the other side of the artifact and just start pulling
Start
down the
making him
annul and just
sack
start
stuff. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
that's true.
sure. Because then he has to then eventually, you know, card or sack here. That
He'll take 3.
you're still holding up your annul.
They probably foretold like a Soros pack mate or something here. Big foretell card, green white. Here's double.
Alright, here's Busted Shadow.
Bust it out.
Hit him with the lantern.
I'm wondering if it's better to wait till they draw. I guess that gives them more choice. That's the
Sacked
Raven
his
Wings.
wings.
Alright, we're in good shape now because of the run ashore.
Yeah. Move the Yeti out.
That last card. Some damage. They didn't want to take damage. I don't know why they should have just kept their board and been taking damage.
Maybe they're not thinking about. Okay, well that was smart of them. My thinking is they just have like a removal spell for you, like the white when you
Destroys
attack
the
in,
tap,
you're gonna
yeah.
kill. Yeah, I'm thinking so. You don't really care if it's the Yeti. Oh, Mama's home.
Eat that, a null. Main decked. Weren't expecting that. My aggro friend. Run ashore. Only non-land permanents. I mean, do we think they have? Do we think that's the kill spell that they have? Right now we're in a pretty good position. Turn. Wait. So, best to draw. Oh, untap. We can run that ashore. They try to kill the Frostpeak Yeti by his onslaught. Okay. Huh. Gonna keep hitting him with Tergrid's Lantern here. Is it worth getting a miss down? Not. For God's heist, not worth it.
Can you... Now, does this run ashore just wreck him here on these two creatures?
Target non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
So you bounce the one token, and then you put the other one to the hand, and you put the other one on top or bottom of the library. It basically gets rid of them.
Yeah.
He can decide to keep the Clarion Spirit or he loses it. Is it instant or sorcery speed?
Instant. We take it and see what they have in their hand.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's got anything. He can't.
Well, it would be better to do end of turn so that they can't play it back out.
All right.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Put in its owner's library.
So you want to put the... No, wrong one.
That one. Go back to hand. Probably should have just been lanterning.
I mean, you basically... Yeah, he's got nothing for you in this bucket.
Yeah.
There you go. That's our first one. That deck was pretty good.
Yeah, because the control lockdown. That's how you have to play control. You gotta sweat it though, man. I don't play a lot of control.
Well, the play was how you had to get the two creatures sacked off board. He had a bunch of like his deck was good for against control because he had a bunch of creatures that really didn't matter, like that were low, that weren't very good. He was just trying to suit them
He,
up.
she, or they. Right. Inst swap. But I will keep it. We did swap out a snow-covered forest for a swamp. I might... one of those might have been a snow-covered forest. So we're up against snow deck. Also, like... Hey, I'm back playing. I'm on Discord if you want. Down the Harbinger. We could also tell the Skull Raid, but and we'll have a couple options. They can take out any of our guys. We were gonna try to get them to take out a guy before we play the Valkyrie.
You're gonna Skull Raid and then Stefanon's Edge. Foretell Skull Raid.
It's even worth.
Yeah, and then Priest of Hauned's Edge, right?
Why they niced.
I don't know.
Just because I curved out.
I don't know.
That's good. We need that gone for this
Yeah,
Valkyrie.
I thought when he didn't jump block there, he was gonna do that play.
You can only do it as a sorcery. This is one of those ones you have to know.
Well, I mean, like he didn't want to lose. He thought
Yeah.
you might have a combat trick, and he didn't want to lose him, right?
Tergrid Shadow. Interesting. There's some of their snow lands and some of their snow permanents. They got one thing foretold.
That's a land. The priest is. So the priest is a snow land, right?
It's
Not snow
it's
permanent?
yeah, it's snow lands. Not fortunately. One more snow land and we can take out the Frost Augur. Okay, or we could just Tergrid Shadow next turn.
And get rid of your 2 crappy creatures.
Darn it.
Ooh. You Skull Raid him here.
We
You
can't
Skull Raid
even
him,
we
right?
can't even pump the Valkyrie at this point. Yeah, what do they keep? They keep the Priest of the Haunted Edge. They keep the Raven, I think. We miss of Litjara at next turn.
You have to use Skull Raid on this turn, right?
No, because we can draw cards if they have less than 2.
You're getting his best 2 cards. It's pretty devastating usually when you hit the last 2 cards out of the hand.
Usually.
I mean, that's usually what I would side with.
Could just be lands.
Whatever they have. Now you know they have, this is what they have. And you have a Shadow and a Mist of Lichara. Like,
Okay. Depart the Realm and Sigrid.
yeah.
Pretty good.
So, I mean,
could foretell this.
So you foretell that out to the side.
We have to use the Harbinger's mana. Foretell it. They're just all snow. They got one of those drafts where they got all the snow. Gonna be hard to win.
That's not like a... Well, you're winning. You have a better board state.
No.
Yes. Like, if you draw a snow land here, you take out the Frost Augur, and then if he plays a creature, then he has got a sack. No, don't use it. No, don't use it. Just take it. Take the hit.
Keep hitting with the Frost Augur.
Hold on. So, I don't... I guess you're just...
Because I have 2 creature removals. They got... Their Priest of the Haunted Edge doesn't do them any good if I have no creatures out. Wow, they kept the Frost Augur.
Had you had one... Well, you just tap it down here.
Perfect. It's already gotten them like 3 cards, so
Yeah, I know. Like,
I just drawn another snowland. Stacked my priest off and gotten it. I love you. Alright, well, we're in a place where we don't want to be as a control deck. Monster. Ah, there's my other snowland.
I know that was a bit stronger of a play had you had the opportunity to do it.
Just zero it out. Do we think this is their only threat?
No,
I
that's
can
not their
take
only
2
threat.
for a while.
And they can still sack it and kill you out. Like, no, that doesn't feel good.
Look over forest. Oh, I didn't even realize they had that. Got another one too. Yeah, they're they're a better snow control deck than we are. I think we have to build for aggro in the sideboard here. I mean, they don't seem to have a ton of win conditions. I already had green. Here's to the haunted there.
Just hold that.
Oh. Windworm. There we go.
You're best of 3, so you're really going to try and work them on this clock. So be just really fast here, is how I suggest you play while you're kind of grinding between this.
Do I let him know I have Missile Jara here? I guess so.
Yeah, you missed on the worm. Yeah.
2-turn clock here. Got 3 cards in hand. That doesn't do good. Main decking Invoke the Divine. Alright, so they got a ton of life gain. Do against them. Other than just knocking the cards out of their hand, and I can go threat to threat with them without strategic planning get better.
No, because you're not really recurring out of the graveyard.
Well, it lets me dig for stuff that helps.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you
Dogged Pursuit.
card filtering if you're trying to get to like certain cards against him.
If we're gonna stall out, Dogged Pursuit maybe.
Yeah, I thought about that. Seemed like that kind of might have placed in a control battle sort of game. That might have a
All these little creatures they just take out with
like
their
Carfell is just
104s.
not fantastic for your. You're not like it's okay. I'm not a big fan of the Draugr Thought Thief. I've said that before. I think he's like kind of one of your weaker cards.
Yeah. Might help with beatdowns if we can keep the
But I
board
don't know
clear.
about this matchup.
Hard to attack through the 04s though.
Yeah.
They were clearly in a draft where they were the only snow drafter. They've got it basically a constructed deck here, so
Well,
gonna do what we can. Fight valiantly.
and
Let's
you're
take a
the
mulligan.
1-0 lane, so you're playing whoever, won
Yeah.
their first
Yeah.
round match, so you're not going to get a bad deck.
Mistwalker on the board. Bit for
Yeah, plus it can pump like an attack in well, and then
they don't have any snow yet. Did they go no snow, or are they just happening not to get a snow draw here?
so you can play the ring and collar, or you could, because you
Play the
can't play
Valkyrie, I
the.
think.
Think you play the Valkyrie, I guess.
So next turn, if they play a snow, I can tap down their 0-4. And then if the next turn they get a snow.
So that kind of left you weak on the crackback attacking with the 1-4, just doing a damage when he can kind of swing in on 3-2, knowing that you probably won't want to trade there. You could
Now I can
play
make a
Avalanche Caller
4-4.
and pull out a land. Yeah. And then try and race him here. The race is on. He doesn't have his snow lands to really get his value off this.
Guess maybe I should have left the 1-4 back again.
Same thought applies as before. Another block. Oh, he's mana screwed here. He must have a 4-drop, so you need to hold up Disdainful Stroke.
You think so?
You need to consider this. So whatever you're doing, you need to consider that. So I think it made more sense to play your ring, and then you could have done the land and held up Disdainful Stroke, or was I wrong about that? Maybe.
We're willing to jump down with that. That's good.
All right, so I think then now you put the
Now I
bind the monsters on the 3-2 Grim Draugr.
Mm-hmm. Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah.
Now the Outrider can easily become a 4.
Right.
Worked. We went to game 3. They have those 3/2s. Do we have anything with 2 power that? I guess the Thought Thief, Mistwalker can pump.
Your weak toughness stuff seems so weak in this deck. Like those 3/2 seem so because he's gonna get 2.
Well, 4 mana for a 2/2 is really rough here. I wonder if we do cut the Hailstorm Valkyrie.
No, you need
they don't
to get
seem
over.
to have a lot of.
You have to. You have no way. You have to have that Valkyrie go over the top. It's like you need the evasion to beat him. I think you need the Hawks. You kind of need to you need to sort him out early on so you can get through and get over the top. He's got a good late game. You're in trouble if he goes late game with you.
Ooh.
That's kind of the one red you had from the first game, and then it kind of was confirmed here. Like,
what do you think of this hand?
He's going first. I don't know.
Goes first.
I mean, you kind of cut a lot of your blue. How much blue do you have in the deck?
I still have 7 blues.
So if you like those cards, I'd say
I mean, Disdainful Stroke is good if I draw the blue. Lichara can be good.
Yeah, it's your call. I don't know what to tell you in the best of 3. The shuffler seems tough.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
this is
probably get worse
it's
hands
like
than this.
it's a best of 1 now, right? We're both 1-1.
Yeah,
So
right. It's the shuffler that confuses me. Like it
the
seems like
shuffler's
you're
not
just
as not as friendly in the best of 3. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here. Maybe a mistake. They mulliganed. Okay, well, we got Tergrid. Oh, I feel pretty good if we can just get 1 more mana.
Yeah.
If we could get that on curve, we'd probably have a good shot against them. Little baby priest. On snow-covered island. Oh. So we could take 3, get down the Thought Thief. Maybe fix our next draw.
I don't hate that if you're trying to race him. I think you kind of.
We also have Disdainful Stroke in hand and Missive Lichara here.
Yeah, you
next
could
turn we're
neutralize that guy
definitely
here.
playing the thing. I think
you can just. I thought you could play Draugr maybe there. I think that was probably the better play. Get board presence, but you can neutralize this guy if you want. Well, then that's where you play your Missive Lichara. You're holding out for the Disdainful Stroke.
got your Sugar Bear coming down. Priest of the Haunted Ed.
Oh.
Okay,
So you basically told him you had a counterspell.
I mean,
yeah.
I guess.
Well, you can foretell the thought coming off of. Oh. Well, that's an interesting call. I didn't expect you to make that play. Wouldn't you have foretold Thought coming and held up the Disdainful Stroke? It's like super strong to do that.
Yeah.
Because you're holding up
could have
both
considered that.
counterspells.
I was just sort of
And then you're
on
like
the plan
totally
of
in control of the board because he doesn't have anything good.
Yeah. I just figured that sooner I get out Tergrid's Lantern.
Yeah.
Because now I can be holding up Tergrid's Lantern and the counter spells every turn.
I mean, that's good. Let's hope you don't get punished here.
Holding up an untap
You
on
don't
the
have a
Tergrid.
removal spell is your problem.
Yeah. Crosspeak Yeti. Be worse.
Not exactly punished, right? You're 1 snow source from taking that Yeti out too. So you.
See, they're taking the damage.
So you could play Draugr here, or you could do the foretell Thought coming.
Yes.
And hold them both up.
Play Draugr.
Draugr's dead though to the priest.
Yeah, but then they're 1 more permanent off the board. They have to start sacking things.
Okay.
I mean,
you can foretell that and
foretell this and hold up Disdainful Stroke. Yes. Maybe that was wrong. I was holding up both before.
You're just like you're selling the counterspell so obvious though, like on the hands and.
Because I could have held up
like,
Tergrid's
in
Lantern.
Arena makes it even harder because like it's so easy to read the counterspell on the stops and.
Gonna try to race me with the Yeti.
Yeah. I'm gonna hope you don't have another snow in. There you go, there's your snow in. Now you can take out the Yeti. Now you can play your Thought Thief. Or I guess you could have played the
oh, graveyard or
oh, you don't want to put it in the graveyard because
well, it's gonna go to the graveyard anyway. Yeah, but I
and
can
counter it.
disdainful stroke it. But ugh.
He doesn't have anything he gets good on though. That's his problem.
Very. It is something they can bring back continuously. So
I wish disdainful stroke exiled.
yeah.
Does he have 3 snow lands? He does.
Got 4.
It's kind of a waste of a counter spell.
Tempo play.
Yeah.
Yeah, get another permanent off the board. Horrid.
You skull raid this. But no, hit him first with the Tergrids.
I don't know why they're keeping the Augury Raven around though. I think they back that.
I think you might play the Valkyrie and then put Skull Raid out to the side. Hold on. Because Skull Raid's fine for you once he's like discarded all. So maybe you play the Valkyrie here and then foretell Skull Raid.
Maybe. Next turn they play Narfi.
I think that's the better play.
They probably can't do much other than.
Yeah.
I mean, I could also be double hitting him with Tergrid and just keeping cards back in my.
Well, you can do that next turn.
See.
You can Skull Raid out his hand and like he has no choice but to take damage or sack. And in this way, when you hit it next turn, you sort of like think about sacking off that Raven. Like it's been keeping the Raven around, but. Or if he comes into play tapped, so it's not like giving him an attacker here.
They're just keeping it up for.
Wait, Skull hit him with the Tergrid's Lantern first, right? See what he's gonna do. Okay, so he's gonna
Now I
give
can
you a free
attack
2
and
damage.
pump.
You could hit him for 4
Because
on
they're gonna take
pump.
out this Hailstorm Valkyrie with the priest probably anyway. Yeah,
But
let's
then,
get him down
you're
another
minimizing
4.
your turn. You're not mana efficient because you can't do the Mistwalker. So you
I
could
can
attack
Skull Raid
and
and pump.
and then you're leaving 2 mana on the board. Can you double pump? No.
Well, I want to
I
attack
think you
in anyway.
Okay. You got to get the Skull Raid out here, though. He's either got to take another 3 damage from you. He's either got to he's got to take another 3 damage from you or get rid of the priest. So that was the wrong play. I mean, hands down, it was.
Well, this Tergrid's Lantern has got him next turn now, right?
I mean,
they take out the Valkyrie. They can play out Narfi.
Oh yeah, the Lantern's got him.
Lantern's got him. I don't think they understand the untap feature.
So he's going to return and sack Narfi. All right, untap it.
Gotta sack Narfi.
Then play out the Hawk.
I got 1 point of damage on the board.
You're going to the round 3. You're going to round 3.
It's a good place to
That
be.
deck was good.
We got lucky on the draw, and we definitely took a high risk, high reward there, keeping that hand with all the blue cards and all the swamps.
Yeah.
All right, feels good to win some.
Well,
some
now
gems.
This is a big win here. This is a big game for.
This is a big game here.
Reagan's gonna wake up here from this nap. No, you might not be able to count on me. I don't think you are anyway. I think the Skull Raid with the extra pump was better, right? Because that was 3 damage instead of 2. They would have had to take or sack off the creature that was killing your guy. Gonna kill your guy next turn.
Probably shouldn't keep.
Yeah, let's stick with land.
We get any of our snow payoffs, like 4 snows. There you go. Opponents in snow too. I think right now people haven't figured out that you're the only snow drafter. Like, there's just not enough competition for snow. Look at that.
Whoa.
Guess I'd rather hold up Sock coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I can foretell it because I've got the Harbinger. Although if they kill the Harbinger...
Yeah, you can foretell it because you have the Harbinger. That's actually more mana efficient for you.
Whiff, whiff, whiff. Nope, they're... My opponents don't whiff. Herald.
Yeah, you can counter that. Good enough. It's enough tempo. He's gonna draw a card off of it, likely.
Well, if I'd had that in hand, I would have let the Herald go through.
Well, I mean, it was a pretty big tempo play.
Frost Augers.
Knocked out a
Gonna kill
3/2
us
menace and then like stopped him from
And
drawing.
they got a
card,
priest. Probably one. Actually, no, they definitely got enough snow. Drop the priest and take out our Yeti. Letting out. Hope this is just.
No, you don't need to activate it twice.
I said cancel.
Why are you activating it twice?
I said cancel. What the heck?
Okay.
Trying to click to
Never seen
attack.
it.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
You're used to just being able to go to attacks. On them, I just take out the Yeti here.
Alright, attack with your Yeti. I guess he's keeping you alive for a reason. Frost
Are we ever gonna
Augers
whiff?
look
No,
pretty
they're
good
just not
against
whiffing.
you.
And they got a Narfi.
Ooh.
This game is over. I don't have any
This one's
exile
over.
effects in my.
No.
I
This
needed
one's
a
pretty
Raven
much done.
form or something that exiles.
I don't see
to deal
it.
with the
You
Narfies.
needed a way over the top or wipe his board somehow with the snowman and the Narfi and no exile.
Take out.
I think you just missed it. I think
I
you just
missed it.
missed it and take it. You're at 19. Yeah, you just
Oh,
missed
the mist can take out like else. Oh wait, I have a kill spell in my deck,
it.
and I have that like bounce spell.
Oh, you can
Oh, I
trade for
can get
Narfi.
can take Narfi. There was my my out, I guess.
And you can put the
Well, it still can't block the Lindworm.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, no, you could have used the mist on it.
Guess I could have taken the Lindworm.
Can you trade one of your lands for one of their snow lands?
Non-basic though. I would have to have a non-basic land. It would have to be my like Shimmering Drift, so it wouldn't up that. They're gonna fight. I do. Much I can do about that.
Maybe you should have taken the Windworm.
Possible. Didn't know they were gonna have that in there. I mean, we kept a
Yeah,
hand where
you
we didn't
kept it
have
at
a lot of
higher.
action here, and they clearly have the better deck. It's gonna be a replay of the last match.
Trying to squeeze out wins against a better
It's better
Frost
opponents
deck.
with better draws. Team
Yeah.
missed it.
So you can't. No point.
I submit 0. So you may. Fine.
So you could put Narfi on. Well, he would put it on top of the library.
Yeah. I can grab a turn here. I can bounce back the Trickster God's Height.
I don't think it's worth showing them anything. I think so.
But its owner's library. Uh,
Return to
Turn
the
to
hand.
hand
You
the
could return your
Lindworm.
Carfell to your hand. You could put the Carfell back in your hand. I think you'd put the Carfell back in your hand. No, because he's gonna gain 4 more life and just cast a better
Yeah.
creature.
But
That's
that's
silly. That's silliness.
more
A bunch of
clock.
silliness. That's not even the play. I just gave him. It's like making it less hard for you to win by extending this game out and running down your clock, and you're gonna lose this one.
A chump blocker.
Dude, you need to concede this game.
That doesn't work with the Frost Dogger, right? Because
Nope.
they know it's snow. This opponent's good. It's these mythic level players
He
here
like
in the
full
middle
he
of the
full
day.
controlled it. He can
Yeah.
full controlled it, so before his draw step he could do that.
Yeah, they're up against the advanced players. Cards in deck. Okay, well we learned they had a second struggle for Skemfar. I don't know how we beat this deck.
I mean, the same way as before, you just are
A
running some
Kraken?
really. I don't think you run the Mist of Wajara.
Or which one? Yeah, that doesn't do much for me.
Yeah.
I think
I think
that
you're
with
okay
their
putting in the
priest.
giant.
What? Putting in the Kraken?
Kraken. It's hard for him to attack through that, and then that will like if
It
you're
does when
on
I put it on
a race situation, and you come down with the Kraken and you frost his board,
Be this
it's
rune
devastating.
to
And
death
then
touch some of my small creatures to stop that stupid Lindworm.
mm-hmm.
Find the monster's good
That
for
feels
his
not very good.
tapper.
I don't
It's good
like
for
that
his
card at
tapper.
all.
It's good for his
I
tapper.
haven't been drafting.
It's good for his tapper.
It's good for his tapper. You're right.
I won't argue it. Replicating ring, maybe. Frostpeak Yeti didn't seem great against them.
Oh boy, you don't have very many ways through.
We switched out the Yeti for the Kraken.
You like Thought Deep Draugr more than the Frostpeak Yeti in your Frost deck?
What?
Your Thought Thief, the 3/2 for 3 over a Frostpeak Yeti in a Frostpeak deck? Just a
Yeah, he had
low
a bunch of
power level.
X3s. He had a bunch of X3s. Attacks into it. He had a bunch of like 1/3s and stuff.
Okay.
He or she or they.
Okay. Arlo? Opponents?
Now, if they play their little guy, the Thought Thief.
You don't have to race this guy. You have to play the Thought Thief here. He's like not good playing it. Like I don't. His ability isn't anything.
Replicating ring.
See, I saw the replicating ring differently than you. I saw that was next turn's play while holding up, saw it coming, and ramping you out to crack.
No, it's free to cast. Can't hold up, so it's coming with that.
Next turn, next turn you would get it. It'd be turn 4. You'd play that with the snow covered forest, and you can still hold up your counter spell.
No. You need 5 mana to do that.
You need 4 mana to do that, because the replicating ring.
Oh, because it makes a mana.
So like you passed on your kind of like ramp play.
They got the Grizzled Outrider. Got one turn. That's here. 1 turn away.
Mm-hmm. Play your Valkyrie.
Or then hold up, saw it coming.
Well, you can't. You want to counter the Outrider, which is turn 5, which is not next turn.
Yeah. Got removed for it though. They got all those fight spells. That's the problem. If we let them keep a creature on board, even to bind the monster.
Mm-hmm.
We should have said like Death Touch also. Desperate Sentinel. Fight with it.
You can wave pump that dude up, right?
start with this. We need to hold up
Right.
thought coming.
You need to hold up, and you could also pump him in case he tries to fight him. I like how those guys like kind of distract from the counter spell because they trigger like the pumps, the snow pumps. Like it's really good to hide your counter spell behind the Valkyrie in Arena.
Huh.
So you have 3
Narfi, they can
snows.
just bring it back. I mean, I think I have to.
No, I think you bind the monsters on it. Let it go.
Still gonna pump their whole board here.
I know, it feels terrible.
Find.
Take 4 from Narfi. Your guy's a 6/6 here. If you were to pump him,
Yeah.
I think you could.
Then they'd crack back for 5. I guess get enough mana we can
I guess you can just sit back and play defense.
pop a rune on it and draw here. What if they have a fight spell? Good.
Ooh. Interesting. Tergrid kind of the Sax outlet sucks against Narfi though. As we saw, like if they get enough snow, they can just keep bringing Narfi back on the Sax. It's like they can negate it. So maybe the card side's better because like you haven't
In this case, the
your
card side's
discard
probably going
stuff.
to be better.
You haven't drawn your discard stuff, and so you.
I have Markel. Okay. You're clear for the 5/5 next turn. Ah. Beast. Well, I think the priest takes out the Valkyrie anyway, so.
Right.
Thank them for that trade. Huh.
Does the priest take out Tergrid?
I don't have enough black.
So you have to play the. We'll play the artifact side because he's gonna kill it anyway with the priest. Just start working him. I mean, I don't think you have any other choice. That's your only play here this turn. And then he's gonna sack Narfi here. You could have waited for.
They took the damage.
The 3.
Because spending the 3 snow means they can't cast that. Couldn't. No, they couldn't cast. Two.
He's gonna untap Narfi and then tap it. Or wait, tap the haunted edge and then cast the.
Now, creature would be helpful.
Yeah, you draw 2 off of this.
Rhine Barrow.
Wait,
do I survive
on his
long
attack.
enough?
Yeah, you gotta use your
8, 9, 10. Like Brine Barrow and block.
Yeah.
I got a Tergrid
I
on
think
their
your best.
upkeep.
Can you use it on their turn? Sure. Makes sense. I think you want the Brine Barrow to stay alive if
I use
you
it on their
can,
attack
like
step,
on the
maybe?
one. Yeah, because you want them to like spend their mana on their. No, because they can just discard a card. You can make them sack or take 3 damage here. If they get a land, they would just discard that, right? So I think it's better to use on your turn. And then discard card or whatnot.
Just take 3 damage, like.
So the Brine Barrel can block.
It can chump the 6/6.
8. Wait. Well, if it stays alive, you can trade it for whatever creature you want next turn. Yeah. The other thing to think about. No, don't put it on the 6/6 if you're gonna chump it.
That's 9 damage.
9. You're alive.
It's still alive to trade it. But I don't. It doesn't trade for something untapped, so I think I'm still dead.
What?
It doesn't trade for something.
Well, it takes a 6/6 off the board.
Oh. Avalanche Caller. That's quite a rip. Do I have enough mana to kill them? Not quite. Make 2 lands. I'm still dead.
No, just you have to have 4 mana G2. You only need 1.
Go out like a jump.
No, just concede. Like a champion. So I'm gonna take out the Avalanche Caller. Just concede, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, you make 2.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, it's 2-1 anyway. A winning record.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta feel happy with that. I thought you weren't gonna win that second game. You can't be unhappy with the 2-1 with this deck. I don't think it was.
No, I still lose. I still lose gems though. The problem with the best
I know
of 3.
that's the tough part. Yeah, with the best of 3, you gotta win the third. You gotta be really good at the set to go into the best of 3. Have a good win rate. I don't think you're.
Well, if you watch this far, leave a
better for you.
Leave a hashtag snowed in. Still think, yeah, there's some good games in there. It might be worth posting. Thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Mana Dad, talking with my brother Brobi, one Kenobi. Follow us on Twitch. If you subscribe, when I get to probably 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. Got lots of packs and fun cards from my old collection, so make sure you're subscribed to know about that. Thanks for joining me in the attic. I think I said that already. Anyways, remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.
Later.